Okay, time for game number 2 of the day. This one's going to be a very scavenger game, if you will. Here is the setup. Let me actually do the prediction real quick. How's this game going to go? And put that up for those who care. All right, we are going to be taking on Vulture as he attempts to plunder Wakanda's Vibranium, another setup by Mr. Giraffe. We've got the enemies of Wakanda in there, as well as Mr. Sinister clones as a henchman. And our heroes are Hulk, Weapon H, and Wolverine. So we're using Weapon H and the 2 heroes that contributed to his creation. Should be very interesting. Vulture's a really fun mastermind, actually. And overlapping with these enemies of Wakanda, well, you'll see what happens. How's this game going to go? What do you think? I'll do my overview in a second. Again, in the chat, put an exclamation setup if you want to see this setup at any time. Or if you're watching on YouTube, look in the description. Look in the chat. As I printed alt arts for my Spider-Man Homecoming, I found myself actually using some and not all. The Homecoming set is actually not too offensive because I don't slap the movie title on the card. Yeah, that is true. It feels so weird actually having the sets to play these setups. Yeah, you know? It's a good feeling, and I hope someday in the future more people are able to experience that. Let's go over our mastermind and scheme. Today our mastermind is Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming. And I gotta do this so it'll show. Mastermind, there it is, Vulture. Vulture's got Striker, which means he gets +1 attack for each Master Strike that's in the KO pile or any weird place. And on his Master Strike, put a wound from the wound stack below each HQ space as a winged assault. Whenever a player gains or KOs a hero from the HQ, the player on the right gains one of the wounds below that HQ space. And he's doing something he probably would do, which is plunder Wakanda's Vibranium. 10 twists in there representing Vibranium. I got my custom tokens in there. On a twist, put any Vibranium from the city into the escape pile. A bystander enters the city as a 3-attack smuggler villain with fight. Rescue this as a bystander. Then the highest attack villain captures this twist. Put the top card of the hero deck next to the scheme as a Vibranium attunement, putting any previous attunement on the bottom of the hero deck. Special rules. A villain holding Vibranium is empowered by the colors of the Vibranium attunement. When you defeat them, put the Vibranium in your victory pile worth 3 VP. Evil wins when 4 Vibranium are in the escape pile or the villain deck runs out. It's a mouthful, but of course we will refer back to it as we need. So, looks like everybody says I'm going to win this one. All right, that makes me feel good about it. Hopefully I can do just that. Now well, let me fill up the HQ first. So we got Hulk's Growing Anger. Hulk's Growing Anger. Weapon H is the future of warfare. Healing Factor Wolverine. And Unstoppable Hulk. Now, for solo, what you do is you start the game with 2 henchmen entering the city. Now, Mr. Sinister clones have Ambush Clone. When the cloned copy enters the city, shuffle the bystander into the villain deck. So I already put 2 extra bystanders into the villain deck, and so they're going to clone when they enter. So we start the game like this, with the city almost entirely full of Mr. Sinister clones, which is a bit terrifying, but that's how it goes. All right, let's see if I can do this. Should be a really fun combination of these heroes, right? that's terrifying. Here we go, turn number 1. I said turn number 1. My starting hand is hopefully going to be attack heavy, so I can hit one of these clones. A 3 and 3 would be great because I can hit one and then do an attack and do a clone. 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, I got a regular 4 and 2. We did. They have ended. Turn 1 is going to be a smuggler. Oh, they're not supposed to be in the deck. Oh, wait, yes they are. Hold on. I think I shouldn't have put the smugglers in there. I put the I separated them and I shuffled them in. I wasn't supposed to do that. Yep. So let me go back to the villain deck. I'm gonna set those aside. So it should be a Master Strike. That's more like it. It's the Vibranium that are in there. These guys come in later. Okay. So, a wound for the wound stack below each HQ space is a winged assault. That's rough to start with, because I have to deal with that now. I'm gonna do it like this. 1, 2. There's no elegant way to do this unless I have wound tokens, but since I'm using all the special wounds, I can't really do that. 4. I could put them under the mat, actually. I don't have any artifacts in here. Let me actually do that. That seems a bit better. I did not think about this beforehand. 3. At least I have plenty of ways to get rid of wounds here. And 5. 4 standard and 1 grievous wound. And it's cool, you can actually see the grievous wound effect here. Okay, whenever a player gains or KOs a hero from the HQ, the player on their right, which is myself, gains one of the wounds below that HQ space. Very gross, I don't like that. And we can see the striker count right here. So one Master Strike has occurred, which means that already Vulture's at 9 attack. And it's only going to get worse. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't fight anything, so with my 4 recruit, let's look at my options. I can get anything here. So we've got Growing Anchor, which is a 2 attack and strength to get +1 attack. I hope the Enraging Wounds show up, yeah. Future of Warfare, 2 attack, look at the top card of your deck, discard it or put it back in strength Berserk. We've got Healing Factor, which is 2 attack, you may KO a wound from your hand or discard pile if you do draw a card, and then Unstoppable Hulk, you may KO a wound from your hand or discard pile if you do get +2 attack. Very similar cards here. I think what I want to do is take Unstoppable Hulk. I'm going to get those wounds, so I got to be able to get rid of them early. If I can't set them under cover because I don't have Hulk 2099. So let's take Unstoppable Hulk first, and then we got Evolving Abilities. Weapon H. I like this one. This one gives you recruit, and I love the art. He's transforming into Weapon H there. I had not heard of Weapon H before the Weapon X set, but I read some of his comics afterwards, and there's some cool stuff. Oh, I have to get the wound too. Wound. Oh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next turn. Turn 2 gives us our first twist. We did beat Ego. Alright, put any Vibranium from the city into the escape pile. A bystander enters the city as a 3 attack smuggler villain. Okay, that's where the smuggler comes in. With Fight Rescue, this is a bystander. So let's fill up the city. So I have to put the bystander. This is actually going to be the news reporter. We're going to do it like this, so that I know it's not captured, it's pretending to be. Then the highest attack villain, which is that, captures this twist. Put the top card of the... Oh, let me do this one at a time. This is a big stack of stuff right here. Put the top card of the hero deck next to the scheme as a Vibranium attunement. Putting any previous attunement on the bottom of the hero deck. Just making sure the only fight effect is Fight Rescue. This is a bystander, yep. So the top card of the hero deck is Slice and Smash, which is a strength card. So the attunement is now strength. Let me do it this way. How do I do this so we can see it? All right. Oh, we can't see the class. I'll do it this way. There we go. Now we can see what card is there. It's a strength card. Special rules: a villain holding Vibranium is empowered by the colors of the Vibranium attunement. When you defeat them, put the Vibranium in your victory power worth 3 VP. So they are empowered by strength, which means that 1, 2, 3. That this smuggler is 6 attack right now. Sabretooth is rough. The other ones are a bit more forgiving. I like that Sabretooth is rough. He kind of should be. Alright, what are we on turn 2? So much happened. And I still got 4 wounds under here, so I've got another 4 and 2. So 2 attacks not going to do anything for me. Evolving Abilities is very tempting, because I can trigger it off the last Hulk, but I can also use it to recruit if I need to. And I won't get a wound for doing it this time. So I'm going to go ahead and take it. We've got Frenzied Slashing Wolverine, some good old card draw. All 3 of the setups today I think the common theme is the hero decks have some great general synergy. The last one was all 3 Doctor Stranges, or 3 of them. This one is Weapon H, Hulk, Wolverine. And the last one's going to be the 3 Brotherhood allies, so that should be interesting. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And into turn 3, we're going to get another twist. So we do all that again, which means I got to search the villain deck for those smugglers I put in and then reshuffle it. Because they're supposed to be what I use for this. 1, 2. Okay, there they are. A lot of moving parts here, so please bear with me on this one. Back to that. Put any Vibranium from the city into the escape pile. So this Vibranium goes into the escape pile. That's 1 Vibranium escaped. Let me put this back, so no more empowerment on this. A bystander enters the city as a 3-attack smuggler villain with fight rescue. This is a bystander, so we got 1 more smuggler coming in, which means that it's going to push out the clones. Let me do that right now. The clones get pushed out of the city, which means it's an escape. We gotta do the escape stuff right now. I have to KO somebody from the HQ. It's going to probably be one of these growing anger cards. Come up with the attunement. Oh, it's gonna reattune. Oh yeah, it's a very creative community, which is cool. That's a KO on that Hulk. That is an escape for that Sinister clone. And everybody pushes down. We gotta refill. And it's Mirage who is the bystander this time. Okay, back to the scheme. Oh, I think I forgot to tuck after the last one. So I'm just gonna let that go because I don't remember exactly who it was. Before I move on, I did KO this one, so I do have to gain this wound and then move on with the rest of the scheme. Where was I? Yep, the smuggler enters. Then the highest attack villain captures this twist. That is going to be either one. I'll give it to the one that's not. It could be any of them. Okay, and then new attunement is going to be evolving ability. So the new attunement is now Instinct. The old one goes to the bottom of the hero deck. There we go. And that's all that happens there. And now I have to tuck for the twist, which I think I forgot before. So many things are going on. Should I try to weaken the attunement? I want the KO wound effect, but I'm going to have plenty, I think. So I think I'll tuck the Unstoppable Hulk. I got the Future of Warfare out there. Empowered by Instinct, which puts him at 2. So 5 attack. Alright, that was a lot. But guess what? I do have the Unstoppable Hulk card, so I do get to KO that wound that I just gained. 2 attack. You may KO a wound from your hand or discard pile. I'll do the one from the discard pile. And I get 2 more attack, which is welcome. And then I've got a 5th attack and 1, 2, 3 recruit. And a wound sitting over. Okay, well I can take out the smuggler that's empowered and put the Vibranium in my victory pile. Or I could hit a clone and clone something. But I think I should take out the smuggler because if another twist happens, that'll go into the escape pile. So let's go ahead and do this. We will fight for 5. And I rescue the bystander, which is Mirage, who doesn't really fit with my strategy, but whatever. And I do put the Vibranium in my victory pile, for now. I've got 3 recruits. And wound gain. But I think I'm still going to take healing factor, because I can probably KO that wound pretty quick. And I'll gain the wound that's under it. It's a grievous wound. But it can be KO'd like any other wound from cards that say they KO wounds. All right. I freed up a space. Another one. I just want to play the game. It's not gonna let me play the game. Okay, I'm glad I did that though, because now no Vibranium escapes. Now another bystander comes in as a smuggler. It's a standard bystander as a smuggler. And this goes to the highest attack villain, which again, I'll give it to the smuggler in the sewers. And I got a new attunement. So goodbye, instinct attunement. Hello, strength attunement again, unfortunately. And there are 1, 2, 3 of those. So we once again have a 6 attack smuggler there. I do have evolving abilities. I can have this card make all recruit instead of attack, which will give me a total of 2, 4, 6 recruit. If I have it make attack, I can actually hit something and prevent more escapes, and I can clone. So I'll have it make attack. I don't get the superpower. I get 3 attack, and I get 4 recruit. So I could take the Unstoppable Hulk card. I got Wounds Under Growing Anger and the Future of Warfare, by the way. I could take this, but if I wanted to fight a Sinister clone and clone something, it's 4 or less, I could clone Unstoppable Hulk as well, which could be useful. I could also clone the Future of Warfare, which has some berserking, which isn't going to help me yet. I'm not really at the place where I can do that, so I think I'm going to continue with the Instinct Hulk deck, which is odd. It'll work with Wolverine if I can take him, but I'm going to go ahead and fight a Sinister clone. Let's do the one on the bridge. And the fight effect is clone the next hero you recruit this turn that has a printed cost of 4 or less. Let's do that. And I can clone Hulk. Cloning Hulk is how you get Weapon H, I guess. I'm the bad guy here. So I'll recruit the Hulk card, and I'll have to search for the next one. Let's see if it's on the bottom, then I won't have to shuffle. No, I have put something else on the bottom. Where is he? There he is. These are the Hulk cards from Marvel 3D, by the way. Very happy to have a set. Really cool art for Hulk, I think, on these. Nice to have extras of those. Even Crazed Rampage isn't so bad at that point. Okay, there's 3 starters there. I might have another Vibranium get carried off, though. A really fun Mastermind and Scheme combo. Vulture slows me down just enough to make those Vibraniums escape and fits the character well. Especially the MCU version. The tech scavenger version of the character. Yeah, Vulture's probably one of those characters who the MCU version is so much better than the comic version. There's a few of those. It's fun to think about. Okay, turn 5. Oh, another one. There's so many. I'm sure you're not tired of me going through this, right? So first we have Vibranium in the escape pile. That's number 2. 50% of the way to losing already. Okay, Smuggler comes in. It's going to be, who's smuggling this time? The computer scientist, that makes sense. Okay. I mean, in my defense, there are 10 twists in here. And, what is it? So 4 clones were left. So in the starting deck, there were 8 villains, 5 strikes, and 3 bystanders. So I'm very close to 50-50 in there. So this one I shouldn't be surprised. Okay. Would love some villains to show up at this point. 1, 2, 3. Now we got another attunement. I'm kind of glad no villains have shown up on one hand, because then they capture the plutonium, or the plutonium, the vibranium every time, but I'm not really having much luck at taking out the ones that are already here. New attunement is an instinct. It's Frenzied Slashing Wolverine. Unfortunate that's going to go to the bottom of the deck. I love that card. And the empowerment of instinct, though, is pretty good because it's only +1. Let's see what I can do. So I got no wounds in my hand. So when I play the Unstoppable Hulk card, I have 2 of them. So if I play them without anything, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attack, and 2 recruit. I can't take anything from the HQ to get those wounds to KO, so I'll just play all my attack cards for 6 total attack. And we're gonna hit yeah, I wish I could hit 2 things, but I gotta get those. I gotta get the Vibranium, because if I don't, I'm gonna lose the game. So I'm gonna have to waste 2 attack. So let's hit the 4 attack stack of cards here. That's gonna leave the computer scientist, who is a tech and doesn't really work with anything I'm doing, but whatever. And then the Vibranium goes to my victory pile as well. Alright. I do have access to sidekicks, so I will get a sidekick for 2. And it's a standard. Useful. Okay. I got a couple wounds out here, but I do have Wolverine's card that can get rid of wounds. Okay, here we go. It's Tetu. Okay, there's an enemy. There's a villain. Empowered by ranged ambush. Put a hero from the HQ that isn't empowering any enemies of Wakanda on the bottom of the hero deck. That's everybody. So who's going to the bottom? Oh, by the way, I should have tucked for the twist. I forgot to do that too. So let me tuck for the twist, and then let me tuck for this before I do anything else. I'm going to tuck a Future of Warfare for the twist that I forgot to do. And let's tuck the other one. Okay. Now, I can have this make all recruit. If I do, that would be... Well, let me start with the obvious choice. Healing Factor. I can KO a wound to draw a card. I'll KO the Grievous Wound this way. Easy. Alright. And next I have evolving abilities. So I could get recruit, which would give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 recruit and 2 attack. But I need the attack because look at the city. So let me get evolving abilities. I'll play it for 2. And I've got 1, 2, 3 recruit left that I'll play as well. Oh, I get 1 more attack because I played an instinct. I missed that. So I'm at 5 attack actually. It doesn't really help me unless I turned it into recruit. Well, maybe since everything costs 3, I should probably, I could draw a card if I hit this smuggler, or I could clone somebody else. Probably cloning is a good idea. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the Sinister clone in the streets for 3. Load up a clone of the 3-cost hero. And I've got Growing Anger, which is my only option. No, that's fine. Let's clone Growing Anger. I already tucked a couple of them. Okay, there's the rare. So I have to fish out a Growing Anger here. There's another one for me. There's Hulk Smash. I debated whether or not to use the original rare or the Joe Jesco rare, I think. Or this one. I like this one a lot. This one's very cool to look at. All right, turn 6 is over. And I gotta take the wound as well, by the way. Because that's where it was. 3, 4, 5, 6. One card left in my deck before I have to shuffle it up. Next up is Nightshade coming in, empowered by tech. fight, you get +1 recruit for each attack hero in the HQ. Yeah, so no empowerment for either of these, because we're all strength and instinct here. I have Mirage to help me, so let's go ahead and at least she's pretty inoffensive here. Draw a card. 1 recruit, 2 recruit, 3 recruit, 4 recruit. Only 1 wound left here. It's under Unstoppable Hulk. I don't know why that's so hard for me to say. And I have wounds to KO, so I'll KO a wound. And I get 4 total attack from this card. That's really diving right back in to do Ego's mixtape after not playing for a long time. Have you played Adventure or Arcade? That can be a fun way to get back into it. But also Ego's mixtape is Ego's mixtape. Alright, so with 6 attack, I can hit a couple things and then do a clone if I do this right. So we'll go ahead and hit the Sinister clone once again for another clone. I already lost the ability to do 1 clone because 1 escaped, which is unfortunate. So we'll load up a clone, and then we will take out the bystander here, the smuggler. Rescue the bystander. That'll let me draw a card. Okay, I draw a card. That's gonna be a full shuffle though, so maybe I should have recruited first. Well, I haven't shuffled yet, so I could backtrack on that. Yeah, give it a shot. I'll put this back just for a sec. I want to recruit and clone first, so it'll end up in the shuffle. My Think Evolving Abilities is what I want to clone this time, so let me go ahead and take that. And, ooh, there's Berserker Rage. I gotta take a second one from the hero deck. Second one. Yeah, fortunately, Adventure really is for folks who have not necessarily a bigger collection, but the big box sets. This is how it works. So if you do, check it out. But Arcade's for everybody. All right, I'm happy with that. Now I'll hit the Smuggler like I was going to before. And actually, hold on. I want, yeah, there's more great cards I do want to draw, because then these won't end up in the shuffle. So, yeah, we'll do it as planned. Take out the Smuggler, rescue the news reporter, and do a shuffle and draw. Like I said. Okay. I got an Evolving Ability. It's one of the ones I cloned. I'm glad I did that. So now I can get 3 attack or 3 recruit. I can't recruit anything for 3 recruit, so I'll get the 3 attack. And we'll hit the other Smuggler. Or Nightshade. Doesn't really matter. I'll get the bystander. Alright, so the city is looking a lot better. Here comes my new hand, which should also look better. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's okay. And then we got another Master Strike. So we have to put more wounds under the HQ spaces. If I can actually pick them up. So 1 and 2 and 3. There's an enraging one there. And 4 and 5. I'm gonna push these in a bit more so I have some more real estate here. 4, 5. Okay. And then again, whenever a player gains or KOs a hero from the HQ, the player on the right gains 1. So that's me. And he's at Striker. He has Striker, so now that is 10 attack for this guy. I gotta hurry up and start to hit him. So let's begin with Hulk KOing that wound. I'll KO the one that I have in my hand, and I'm up to 4 attack from that play. I think I want to play the sidekick next. Maybe draw another wound I can KO. Playing the sidekick, I got 1, 2 cards drawn. The first one here is the Computer Scientist, which won't ever trigger because I don't really have any other tech. So I do get 2 recruit. That's 3 total recruit. That's 4 total recruit. Do I have any wounds in my discard pile to KO? I actually don't. I will gain them. I will gain 1 if I recruit this turn. I do have 5 attack. So let me actually see who I'm going to take. I have another Unstoppable Hulk I can take. And then, according to the scheme... No, that's the Mastermind, actually. Whenever a player gains or KOs a hero, the player on the right gains one of the wounds. So I gain one. And one of them is an enraging wound. But I don't want to gain the enraging wound right now. I want to gain the standard one so I can KO it. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 4 to recruit the Unstoppable Hulk card. And I will gain the standard wound from underneath it. Like so. And then I'll play Healing Factor, which will give me 2 more attack. Let me KO that wound and draw a card, which will be Growing Anger. I haven't played a Strength. Very funny, I'm playing an Instinct Hulk deck. So I have 9 total attack there. Okay, which means I can almost hit the Mastermind, but not quite. I can clear the city though. So let's do that. Fight effect is put a hero from the HQ that isn't empowering any enemies with Wakanda on the bottom, and that'll be anybody. So I'm gonna go ahead and spend 4 to take out Tattoo, and I'm gonna tuck Healing Factor. I have enough of those, and I want to tuck the Instincts right now. Even though it doesn't matter, because when a Plutonium or Vibranium comes out, it's gonna change the attunement, so feels right. So that's that. Next up, we have 5 left. Let's go ahead and hit Nightshade for 3 because she's not empowered, and I get 0 extra recruits from fighting her. Hey, what's up, Captain Metroidica? Thank you for the resub. That's 22 months for Captain Metroidica. Hello, hello, hello. I hope your holidays are going well. And that's it for my turn. Turn 8. Okay. I shouldn't be surprised. I haven't really KO'd much Gray. Another Nightshade comes in. She gets empowered by nothing because there's no tech anywhere because they're not really a tech-centric group of heroes here. So just straight up, I got 2 attack, 3 attack, and 2 recruit before I play anything else. So it's 3, and that's 2. Next up, we have another Unstoppable Hulk. Do I have any wounds to KO? I think I do, right? Unless I KO them all already. No, I don't. I must have gotten rid of them all. So I'll save that for a recruit, because this turn, I can get 5 total recruit and pick up a pretty good card. So I will have this card make all recruit instead of attack, which means I'm going to have to play the Hulk first to get that extra recruit point. So I'll play Hulk for 2 more attack without KOing a wound, and then I'll play Weapon H. Whoops. I will choose to make this, have it make all recruit. I love this card. And I trigger the superpower, so I get 5 total recruit and 5 total attack, which means I can take one of 2 options. I can get Slice and Smash, which is Berserk, and then Strength, you may KO the card you berserked, or I can take Frenzy Slashing Wolverine, which is 2 attack, instinct, draw 2 cards. With all the instinct I've built up, this is probably the better one to take. So I will take Frenzy Slashing for 5, which means I will gain this Grievous wound, unfortunately. I'll get rid of it in short order, though. And then with 5 attack, I'll take out Nightshade again, who doesn't really give me anything at all. And that's the turn. These turns go quickly. Moving on. Turn 6. No, turn 8. Why did I say 6? Because I drew 6 cards. Alright, there's another twist. Slash Vibranium. At least I've cleared the city before this happened. Alright. So we have another smuggler coming in. It's going to be Copycat Smuggler. That'll be a fun one. So a villain that becomes a villain. Alright, and what is attuning? Attuning to Strength. The Frenzy Slashing goes to the bottom of the hero deck. Alright, high priority, gotta take that out. I'm already at 2 out of 4. So I only need, by the way, empowerment is strength. That's going to be, oof, that's rough. That's 7. Now, the sad part is I have 2 of these evolving abilities, so I could have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could choose to get a rare this turn. But if I do that, then I can't hit the empowerment or the Vibranium, and I risk that escaping. And I'm already at 50%. Let me see. So which rares do I have available to me? Berserker Rage is really good. Draw 3 cards and instant, get +1 attack for each extra card you've drawn this turn. Hulk smashes. 5 attack and strength and get +5. It is really tempting to take Berserker Rage right now. Let's say I did. I would get 3, 6, 7, 8, and I would have 3 attack. The risk is if I have a twist next turn, that'll just escape. Plus, I could make the empowerment, the attunement worse. I'm going to take that risk because I'm not losing yet. And I haven't even played half the twist, though. Okay, this is kind of a silly risk, but I'm really tempted to take the rare, and I think I'm going to do it. Not advised, though. I have to play Healing Factor first to trigger the Instinct, so I can't KO the wound. So I'm going to turn this into Recruit. 3 Recruit, 6 Recruit, 7 Recruit, 8 Recruit. We're going to take Berserker Rage, and hopefully I don't regret that. Does fit with the theme of the game, which is act first, think later. And that's it. I gotta take the wound too. Give me a second. Hopefully that's not a bad decision I just made. Depends on what I get here. Although this should be 5, not 7. It's an 8. Yeah, I might. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't even hit that with this. So hopefully, I didn't make a bad decision. All right. Chikara comes in, powered by strength. Fight KO one of your heroes. This is the one that's gonna really hurt me because I have all strength. So Chikara is fully empowered. This cohort was not, but I am actually at. He's at 9 attack. Now let's see what I can do here. I will KO this Grievous Wound to get an extra attack. So I'm at 4. And 5, 6. I can't hit anything. Nothing to hit. And 2 Recruit. Gets me a sidekick. I'm just treading water. If that becomes my downfall, I'll be really upset with myself. Okay. Is the turn count incrementing or did it stop? I feel like it stopped. I might not actually be at 9 turns, so apologies. I'm not playing for a league. It's not a huge deal. Okay, another Chikara. Ouch! Ouch, ouch, ouch. So it's another... The city is ridiculous right now. All of a sudden. Okay, so max attack is 2. Do I have any wounds? KO? I don't. Right now. So 2, 4, 6, 7. So I can actually hit the smuggler. No, that's 8. Unless I can recruit something away. 1, 2. Oh, this is rough. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I have 8. 8 attack. Okay, good. I'm glad I recounted. Which means I can hit the smuggler. All right, let's do that. Yeah, it'll happen, which means I'll have to clear out the HQ somehow. Oh, well, the custom art, it depends on what you're talking about. The art on Hulk, those are official. Those are from Marvel 3D. The trading cards that had legendary cards in the way back ago. The Vulture reskins were done by Snatch Cat, and the things like the smugglers and the Vibranium were it was a cooperative effort of Snatch Cat and myself to make a tokens for a bunch of stuff. If you search legendary Snatch Cat tokens, or you check the Discord, you can find them. If you really can't find them after that, I can give the link. It's a really cool pack of tokens for almost everything that you would need for cards replacing other cards. So yeah, let's take out the take out the smuggler. Thank goodness, but, you know, we still have the copycat coming in. So, she comes in like she does, but at least the Vibranium is out of her hands, and this goes to my victory pile. And I've got 2 recruit. Time for a sidekick once again, and it's an instinct sidekick. It's Darwin. It's helpful. All right, there we go. We got the 2 bystanders, but we're gonna have some drawing to do. Turn 10 is Zenzi coming in. Unfortunately, for her, there's no instinct out right now. Empowered by instinct, ambush each. Zenzi captures a bystander for each instinct hero in the HQ. You should have showed up earlier. It would have been a lot better for you. Okay, no tech, so just 2 recruit. I feel better about recruiting that rare now. My gamble paid off. 1 recruit, draw a card. Let's draw a bunch of cards. Actually, let's do 4 recruit. Am I going to recruit anything here? I might get enough to get the other rare, so I'm going to hold off. Even though I got to play the Hulk card first. To attack, no wounds to KO. Triple checking because no. Let's play Frenzied Slashing to draw 2 cards. It's going to cause a reshuffle. That's fine, I'll do it now. 1. And after the shuffle, 2. Ouch. Not what I wanted. A 5th recruit and a 6th recruit. I think I'm going to go ahead and take Slice and Smash. Berserk, you may KO the card you're berserked. I'm thinking about Crazed Rampage too, just because I have so many ways to get rid of wounds now, but I would like to do some KOing. So I'll take Slice and Smash for 5. I get this Enraging Wound, which is kind of cool. I might still KO it. I haven't played a single strength card, so Growing Egger only gives me 2 more attack. And then if I want, I can play this for 2 more attack, get 6 total. But if I do decide to KO the Enraging Wound, I can take out the Copycat and Zenzi together, which is tempting. But also it's tempting to keep the Enraging Wound, so I think I'm going to just play it for 6. And take out Zenzi, who's actually empowered by 1 now, so she's actually at 6. So let's take her out for 6 real quick before it gets worse. And that's all. This is a game with very quick turns. Maybe just I'm comparing to what happens when a twist happens. It just takes forever. Okay, there's Tattoo again. He ambushes by putting a hero that doesn't empower. Oh, I can't do this. Put a hero from the HQ that isn't empowering any enemies of Wakanda on the bottom of the hero deck. All of them are empowering. Actually, no, the only one is Keen Senses because Zenzi's gone. The other ones are empowering Jakara, so I have to tuck that one. And it's a Slice and Smash. Okay. Let's see what the damage is here. Draw 2 cards. 1 and 2. I can get 3 recruit, 6 recruit, 8 recruit. I can get the other rare. Let's see how I can do that. 1 recruit. I've got... I'll play, actually, yeah. Well, I can't pick this up. I'll play Darwin right now, because the most recent card... Actually, I can play after Weapon H to get both stats. I will play Unstoppable Hulk to get 2 attack. No wounds to KO, except for the... You know what? I will. This time I will sacrifice the Enraging Wound to get 2 attack right now. Now I'll play Evolving Abilities. This time I will get Recruit from it. So I'll get up to 4 Recruit. I'll play Darwin because the last card I played had both symbols on it. I get +2 of each, so 6 Recruit total and 6 attack total after that. And I'll play the Agent for a 7th Recruit and the Trooper for a 7th attack. Double checking I did that correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 5, 6, 7. Yep. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, we're correct. And we have evolving abilities. I need to make this recruit so I can get the rare, so I will get 3 more recruit. Up to 10. So I will take Hulk Smash, which is a big beefy card. And I get a wound. And for 7 attack, I can clear these 2. So let's go with Shapeshifted Copycat, KO one of your heroes. Happy to have some KO. I've been lacking in KO this game. And I will KO one of my agents. And I have 4 attack left. What if he's adapted to stay and surpass all other sidekicks? Tattoo has no empowerment, so he's just gone for... Oh, I did that wrong. So I had 7. 7 minus 3 is 4, and then I take this. Okay. And I've got another sidekick to get, and it's Montax's sidekick. Good. Now the goal is I have to get enough attack to hit the Mastermind. I'm getting there. These graves are slowing me down, though. Turn 12. Speaking of which, another Master Strike. More wounds go out under all these heroes. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. I got 2 Grievuses out now. You know, I'd probably be fine if I didn't KO anything or didn't recruit anything else. I just have to KO things. Easier said than done, though. So I've got not much in this hand. 2 recruit, 2 attack, and then this. So 2 and 2, and I have 2 more from Growing Anger, and once again I have no wounds to KO. So I just get 2 more attack. I'm at 6. By the way, I should have been adjusting these. They're at 8 and 8, still out of reach. Oh, you're right. I missed tattoos. So let's see what comes up. Ooh, rare, which means these are actually at 9. Again. But I love Ultimate Killing Machine. I'll get another sidekick, and that's all I can do. And it's a strength 1. Rock Slide. Shattering will be very useful against these guys. I gotta be careful the villain deck doesn't run out. But I got Wolvie's rare this turn. Here we go. There's another twist. And here's where I'm a bit in trouble. Okay, so a smuggler comes in, which is cool and everything. And it's Wolfsbane Smuggler. But now this Vibranium goes to the villain with the highest attack, which is going to be one of these Jakars who are super empowered, which really hurts. So they are at 9, plus they're empowered again. So is it 14? So as empowered as you can get. That's really bad. Hopefully Rock Slide shows back up. But let's see if the empowerment changes. I can get lucky. Okay, so it's no longer Slice and Smash. It is now going to be whatever this is. Oh, sweet. I got lucky. So it's no longer going to be Strength anyway. So, oh, you keep it. I don't know what I'm doing. You just lose the die. So he loses all that empowerment except for 4. It was only at 8, so was the other one. Still pretty high attack. Yep. Can I get 8 here? I think so with Wolverine. I think I can take him out this turn. Which is good news. Alright. Let's begin. So we got Healing Factor Wolverine. I got a wound in hand. So I'll KO the wound in hand. That was at 9. Thank you. I still can get there. And I draw a card, which is a full shuffle. I gotta keep track of how many cards I drew this turn. So this will be my first card drawn. This is my card draw tracker. Card drawn is Montax. Hello. I drew your sidekick earlier. And we got to make attack here, so I'm going to have this make all attack. So I've got 2 from the first Wolverine. And I've got 3 from this guy, so I got 5 total. And 1, 2 recruit. 1 trooper. And I got Berserker Rage, draw 3 cards, and +1 attack for each extra card you've drawn this turn. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and I've drawn now 4 extra cards. So I get 4 attack. I'm at 10. Let's see what else I got. I gotta keep going. 1 recruit, draw another card. I got a trooper. I'm at 11. Another computer scientist, up to 5 recruit. And then we got Slice and Smash. To attack, Berserk. Top card of my deck, my first Berserk of the game. I Berserk away the Shield Agent. And I haven't played a Strength, so I can't actually KO this. I just get nothing. Alright, well, we know what I have to do. I have to take out the Jakara with the Vibranium right here. Unfortunately, I would have rather hit the Mastermind, but we're going to go ahead and do it for 9. I guess I could recruit first to see if I make it cheaper. So hold on, before I blow this up. Let's double check my attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, that's correct. Yeah, if I recruit first, the empowerment will go down a little bit, maybe. So for 5 recruit, I think Crazed Rampage is a good one to take because I have lots of ways to get rid of wounds, and I'm actually running out of wounds to do that with. So I'll take Crazed Rampage for 5, which means I immediately do gain a wound. I'll take the standard one. And I did reduce it a little bit. Oh, not really. I reduced this, but now it's this. So it's still at 9. That's okay. Let's go back to hitting him for 9, like the original plan was. Okay, and the fight is KO one of your heroes. So I will KO the giraffes that got berserked. And this goes to my victory pile. I've got 4 attack. I haven't KO'd any yet. I don't think there's a way for me to end up KOing rares in this game. Surprising enough to everybody. All right, the smuggler's only 3, so we'll take him out for 3 and get some more berserking in there. I'm gonna do this. There we go. And I rescue Wolfsbane, who's gonna more instinct that berserks. Kind of the perfect deck for Wolfsbane, which is rarely the case. Alright, yeah, isn't that interesting? 5, 6. Maybe I will find the way. Okay. Next turn, we got Reverend Achebe, empowered by Covert, and if he escapes, he becomes a Vibranium. He turns himself into Vibranium. That's a desperate move. Alright, did I get a wound to KO? I think I did. Unless I already KO'd it. I can do a Shatter. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Shatter Jakara, which will reduce him to 4. So let's go ahead and do that. 4, which means I don't have to. Well, I should keep this all there just to remind me that it was a Shatter. Which means I have to play Weapon H for attack. So 1, 2. Well, I could do this. What if I did 1, 2, 3, 4 recruit? I recruited something, got the wound, then I would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I can do that. So I'll play 1, 2, and I'll play Evolving Abilities without the power for 4 total recruit. And I will pick up I will get the other healing factor. That's fine. Pick it up for 3. And I gain the wound. by design. Then I get 1 attack. And I play Hulk for 4 total attack, given that I KO this wound here. Okay, with 5 attack, I can take out the Shattered Jakara before he causes any more damage. To anybody else. Take you out. And that's the turn. Alright, now the question is, can I hit Vulture? Can I get 11 attack up in here, please? That might get me close. Turn 15? Question mark? I'm running out of cards in the villain deck. That's worrying me. All this. Okay, now Achebe is getting the Vibranium. That's really bad. I've been fighting these smugglers so long that I haven't had time to hit the Mastermind. I guess that's his plan. All right, here we go. Another smuggler comes in. It's going to be the undercover agent. And the Vibranium's going to Reverend Achebe. And we got a new attunement. It's another instinct, so exactly the same. So we got 1 instinct card out. So 7 attack, 3 attack. I gotta start hitting the Mastermind. Let's draw 2 cards. 1 and 2. Just in case, I'll keep track of how many cards I'm drawing. We're gonna go ahead and play Hulk for 4 total attack after I KO this wound. Now we're gonna have Frenzied Slashing, draw 2 more cards. 1 and 2. Alright, we got the rare Hulk, which I can actually activate this turn. I drew 2 extra cards on top of that. Any more wounds to KO? No. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Grays, so a Trooper and an Agent. Now we'll play Hulk Smash. Oh, no, we won't. We're gonna play Growing Anger first to get the Strength trigger. And then we'll play Hulk Smash. I could have easily drawn this with no other strength, so I'm glad that happened. I get 10 more attack on top of that. So up to 19 because Hulk. Alright. I have enough to hit the Mastermind and get that Vibranium out of there. I'll do that before I do anything else. So let's go ahead and hit Achebe for 7. I'm at 12 left. Take him out. Get that Vibranium. Alright, and let's go ahead and hit the Mastermind for once. Alright, Lurking Shadow Tactic. Fight Danger Sense 2. Let's do that first. So... Wow. So, a strike and a twist coming up. I think I want to do the strike first? No, I'll do the twist first. Because at least I'll know a strike's coming, but he won't be powered up yet. And no attack for me for Danger Sense. If the rooftops are empty, a villain you revealed enters the rooftops, and that wouldn't happen anyway. Well, it would have happened, but there are no villains there. That's rough. Alright, there's one tactic. I have 2 more cards to play here. I can get more recruit. I can get 3 total recruit from this card. And I can KO the wound that I get. I might as well do that. I have nothing else to fight. So we'll get 3 recruit here. Up to 4 recruit. And I will take... There's no wound, but it's fine. I'd rather get the extra attack. So I'm going to go ahead and take the other evolving abilities for 4. There's another one. And I'll play Hulk without KOing anything, just to get rid of the smuggler. And the player of your choice gains a shield officer. I have to choose myself, so who do I get? I get a green at least. That's cool. It's one with attack on it. That's probably one of the best officers I could have gotten right now. For berserking purposes, I suppose. Alright, now it's a race against the clock here. This deck has a lot of cards in it because I've only KO'd, I can check, I've only KO'd 2 grays. I have 10 grays in here. which is less than ideal, but I've tried to fill this up with a bunch of other draw to get around it. 4, 5, 6. I didn't. Look, I didn't get around it. Turn 16. I knew that was coming, right? I've got a strike coming up next. Whoa, okay, so a smuggler comes in and it's going to get the Vibranium. I've played 7 of them, so I'm not quite safe yet. New attunement is strength, which is bad. Because of all the strength. So this smuggler is 7 attack. I know I'm safe for the next turn though, but I can't hit much of anything anyway. I missed a KO from Jakara. What, like 3 turns ago? Well, that's just the way it's gonna have to be then. I've already gone too far. I went back truck on that one. That's okay. Okay, 2 attack, 4 attack. That's not gonna go anywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4 recruit. Okay, well, not much again as far as choices. I will take another evolving abilities. I got a strike coming up next. The good news on that is it's not going to advance the evil wins condition, but it will in the sense of the villain deck empty, which everything does, but it should be a better hand, right? Yeah, this hand is a lot better. So next turn is going to be that strike that I talked about. More wounds go out under the HQ. So we'll do this again. It's easier said than done. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's going to increase Striker by 1. So with 4 strikes played, the Mastermind is now at 12. Vulture's at 12. Which means I have to use the other die. Gross. What can I do? First, I will begin with Crazed Rampage. Each player gains a wound. That's fine. I can use that. 4 attack. We're going to play the Dugan Officer for 1 more attack and 2 recruit. Won't send him undercover yet. I think it's useful to have him around. I've got an agent. I will play Wolfsbane to do a triple berserk. Let's see if that helps me out. Here we go. I get 2 attack total, 2 attack total, 4 attack total. I'm up to 9 after that. And I'm going to play this evolving abilities for 3 attack. 12. Now, do I hit the Mastermind or do I hit the Smuggler? Here's the deal. There's only 4 cards left in the villain deck. 3 of them are twists. I can afford to have 1 more Vibranium escape. If I don't win the game in that small amount of turns, though, I'm going to lose anyway. So I think I have to hit the Mastermind, even if a Vibranium escapes next turn. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, mid or heist, you get 5 recruit, usable only to recruit tech heroes. This is worthless. Alright, well, I guess I'll have this evolving abilities make all recruit. And, what do I take? I'm gonna take 2 Future of Warfares. Believe it or not. 1, and I'll gain the wound. And I'll get the one that's already here without getting a second wound. Actually, no. I want to gain the second wound. So I'm gonna switch this up. We'll say I'll get the wound. I took this one, so this one's still here, and this goes over here. Because I need that wound fodder for stuff. Alright, we'll see what happens. By the way, the empowerment is now 3. Turn 18. Okay, I had a feeling that was going to happen. So here's what happens. That Vibranium is going to get carried off or escape. Put in the escape pile. Which means we're at 3. Very close to losing this game in 2 different ways. And now this one's going to go to either one of them. And it's Instinct. That is the new attunement. Just, it's going to cycle between those 2. Which means I got 1, 2 Instinct out. It's a little easier to fight. Let's see if I can draw into some good stuff and take care of all of that. Starting with Healing Factor Wolverine. Oh, and I gotta tuck a hero. I've been forgetting to tuck heroes this entire game, I think. So I will tuck, just because of the massive amount of stuff you gotta do for the twist. Alright, so I reduced the attunement a little more. Thanks to the twist tuck. Alright, back to Healing Factor. 2 attack. And I definitely picked up those wounds to KO on purpose. So I will draw in 2. Just in case, I'll keep track of cards I drew. And let's draw some more cards. 2 more attack, draw 2 cards. 1 and 2. Man, all these wounds are really, and grays are really hurting me. 2 more attack. Got another wound to KO. So I will KO this wound. 2 more attack. That's 9. And then 11. Yep, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Should be 11 right now. And evolving abilities, I'll get all... Oh, these wounds are everywhere. I'll get all attack up to 14. Trooper, 15, 16. I can take out both. Thank goodness. So let's hit the Smuggler first for 4, now that I've reduced the attunement down to just 1. And I blow up the Smuggler. I do get the Private Investigator. Choose Recruiter, Attack, Investigate for a card of that icon. I'm going to investigate for attack, and I would have gotten either with this. So Weapon H is getting drawn, and Possible Hulk's going to the top. That was helpful. And I will hold off on playing it for now. I do put this Vibranium in the victory pile. And I will hit the Mastermind. I already spent 4. I'm down to 12 exactly. So now I'm going to go ahead and hit Vulture. For Tactic 3. Bird of Prey. Each player discards... Each other player, which is also me, discards a Spider-Friend's hero or discards 2 cards. Well, I guess I should have played this. Now I have to discard it. I was holding on just in case. Alright. 2 more tactics, or 2 more hits. I'm hanging in there. Unfortunately, I cannot activate Hulk Smash unless I draw into a strength. Here we go. Very few cards left here. Yeah, there's a bystander. Off to Jim Paxton. You may defeat a henchman. You go here. Alright, let's see what I can draw into. 1 recruit. And a card draw. Alright, Berserker Rage. That's great. Let me track my draws now. I don't get any more draws than that, though. Do I have any wounds left here? I do. I'll put them on top because I'm going to end up KOing them. I do like how in Legendary, the order of your discard pile never matters. It would be kind of annoying if it did. Alright, we're going to do our first Hulk, which is going to be 4 attack after I KO this wound, and a second one after I KO this wound. That's going to be 8 total attack after that. And I'll hold off. Maybe I can trigger Hulk Smash eventually. 9 attack. And then Berserker Rage. I could have ramped this up a lot more if I had more drawing happen. Draw 3 cards, then Instinct plus 1 attack for each card, extra card you've drawn this turn. That's going to go up to 4 in a second. Give me something good. Let me finish this game. Watch me get 3 grays. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Almost got 3 grays. But I do get 4 attack. I'm at 13. I did get a strength to trigger the Hulk Smash, though. That's what I wanted. Okay, 15. Look at the top card of your deck. Discard it or put it back. I'm going to put it back. It's pretty decent Berserk. And I'll Berserk this away for 2 more attack. Up to 17. 18. This will do it for me. 2 more Recruit. And finally Hulk Smash. I'm up to 28. Securing the game for me. Let's go ahead and hit Vulture once for 12. That's a close one. Winged Assault. Put 2 Winged Assault wounds from under the HQ into each other player's discard pile. Fine. I'll take these 2. And I can even clear the board. That tactic. Back up to 12. Jumping over to the Smuggler. Take out the Smuggler for 3. Get both bystanders. I can defeat a Henchman even though there aren't any, so I can't really do that. Those are rescued. And we'll hit the Mastermind one last time for the final blow. And that's going to do it with barely a moment to spare. We take out Vulture. And our second game here is a victory, thank goodness. Somehow. Incredible. That was a fun one. I really liked how these heroes worked together. It was a closer game than I thought. Even with all the wounds that were being handed out this way. But that was a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and see what's in my victory pile. So these Vibraniums are worth... how much are they worth? 3 VP. So, 1, 2, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. 19, 20, 21. 26, 29, 32, 35, 39, 41, 43, 46, and then Vulture. 52, 58, 64, 70, 76, and then some bystanders. 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83. 83, so if you wanted to play at home and see how you did versus my score, there you go. My VP was 83 in 19 turns. That was a fun one. Thank you, Mr. Giraffe, for that setup. I got one more to play. Let me go ahead and resolve the predictions real quick. And we'll get on with the last setup of the game, of the day. Getting through these. And thank you for your patience. I know it's been a couple months that I've been able to get through these, but I told you I would get to them. I'm going to try to stream another time this week to take care of the others. But again, if you're just watching this game, thank you very much, and I will see you next time.